Hey, what is going on, everybody out there? This is Jakejames Lugo. Welcome to the channel. So let's dive into some news that we get to talk about in relation to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite coming out of San Diego Comic-Con not too long ago. Now, I'm referring to a news story that was posted up on IGN. I'll have a link in the description box below. But it's also referring to an interview that Yoshiro Ono actually had with GameSpot while at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, the big issue that everybody's been talking about in relation to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is the way that some of the characters look, specifically Chun-Li. A lot of people have been very vocal about how Chun-Li's face and the way that her body structure looks. It doesn't look necessarily right. It looks a little bit off and a little bit messed up, especially in the region of the face. And a lot of people have been upset about that, deservedly so. Now, while I was at E3 2017 myself, I actually had a chance to play Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite before I got to check out the demo that was offered on PlayStation Network that people were able to download. And the build that I saw for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, the way that Chun-Li looked, she looked a little bit better in the face than she did in the demo that was actually on PSN. But that's besides the point. What exactly did Yoshiro Ono say about Chun-Li? Well, he kind of confirmed that the company Capcom is actually working on the different models, or at least working on the model of Chun-Li in-game, as well as also some of the other fighters that are going to be included on the roster. Here's what he had to say according to GameSpot. The development team is hard at work finishing the game for the September 19th release date, and based on the feedback we heard, we are currently making improvements to Chun-Li as well as other Capcom characters. Since the work is still in progress, we don't have anything final to show you just yet, but stay tuned. Now, that's pretty basic, and it's pretty straightforward and to the point. Not a whole lot to say other than we're working on the characters, we're fixing Chun-Li, we're fixing all the stuff you guys have complained about. We'll be back with some more very soon. Nothing wrong with that at all. But here's the thing about this, right? I really believe that a lot of the stuff that's been going on with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite has been a little bit rushed, but also has been pulling a lot of assets from games like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now, this isn't nothing new when it comes to game development, where assets from various different games will be recycled for sequels and other types of properties related to whatever franchise or series that the company is developing. There's nothing wrong with that. However, with what I saw with Street Fighter V and what I've been seeing with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, I feel like Capcom has been a little bit in a state of rush with some of their games, specifically Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, because problems like this, you don't really hear from a lot of other developers, a lot of other publishers. I don't remember ever hearing stuff from like Injustice 2 or Mortal Kombat XL, Guilty Gear Zerd, or even Tekken 7, where the company was really vocal, or at least had to be open about going back and cleaning up some of their characters or some of the models or anything else, animations, and just the overall look or anything involving the games so close to their release. Because let's be real for a second, we're getting ready to go into August, and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is coming out on September 19th. That's a little bit more than about a month and change away. So we're getting very close to the release of this game. Now, obviously, games, especially big AAA games, get worked on usually to the very last minute, to like the 11th hour before a game comes out, and even then, well afterwards, with different patches and DLC and other things that come out for the games after they're released. But with this one, what makes it so worrisome, again, is that I feel like they're rushing a lot of the development. There's a lot of things that have been coming out about this game, whether it's related to the roster or just the look of the characters, that aren't really that good, or at least not offering a lot of good news. I was more excited about checking out Tekken 7 or checking out Injustice 2, or even checking out now Dragon Ball Fighters, I should say, because again, that game comes out sometime later on, probably next year, where actually, again, everything I've seen looks so polished in such an early stage of development that it doesn't seem like those are the types of issues that those publishers deal with. And Capcom seems to be the only one, especially between this and Street Fighter V, that has had issues like that pop up more frequently than anybody else. So I don't know. I'm a little bit conflicted with this here, because I'm going to play Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys out there that are listening to this now, and a lot of you that have been following the news about MvCI, are probably going to pick it up on release date, or at least going to pick it up at some point to play the game online, whether it's on PlayStation 4 or any of the other platforms. Regardless, though, you can't help but admit that this is a little bit worrisome. This is something that maybe Capcom should maybe delay the game at some point, if not push it back a little bit, just to put a lot more polish and a lot more effort into making this game a very, solid experience, or a solid package for when everybody picks it up on release day. Because myself and everybody else out there, and I'm pretty sure you listening to this now, want Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm getting all tongue twisted. Want Marvel vs. Capcom to actually do well. You want it to be a good release. You want it to be something that actually is a good quality Capcom game that's worthy of being part of the Versus series. Marvel vs. Capcom is a huge series. It's a very popular series that a lot of people really resonate with, especially in the competitive circuit in places like EVO and the fighting game community, etc. There's a lot of people that love the whole idea of the Versus series. They love the Marvel superheroes and the Capcom fighters or the Capcom characters going toe-to-toe with each other. That's an awesome concept. So you don't want to have a mediocre experience. You don't want to have an experience that's kind of subpar when it could be so much more awesome, you know, especially in your mind's eye. Especially with so many different fighting games that have been coming out as of late this year, especially in 2017, that offered phenomenal experiences, big, crazy AAA experiences for fighting games that is really giving the genre a huge shot of adrenaline and caffeine. That's pretty awesome, and that's what I want to see from Capcom with their latest release coming up this September with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Again, Capcom is one of the granddaddies of the fighting game genre. They created Street Fighter 2. They helped single-handedly, ushered in the competitive gaming circuit for fighting games, and I want to see them do something awesome with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Now, either way, guys, that's just my opinions on the matter. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have some opinions about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite at this point. Let me know what's up in the comment section below. Tell me what you guys think about all the new stuff and the news coming out about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. If you had a chance to play the demos, whether it was at E3 or on PlayStation Network, or even if you were at San Diego Comic-Con recently, let me know what your experience was like in the comment section below. And also, don't forget to let me know about any subjects or topics or news that you guys want me to speak on, or you guys want me to bring to your attention and talk about. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel for all my videos related to gaming, news stuff, and a whole bunch of other cool things that I got planned for you guys. Again, this is going to be a daily series. I'm going to be constantly posting up videos for you guys to talk about a variety of different subjects. Let me know what's up if you guys have been enjoying it. I will talk to all of you again very soon. Peace out and stay epic, everybody.